Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your hosts, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate? Oh, your voice. Oh, are you there? Oh, your mic's cut out. We've lost you. We've lost Tone. We did a mic check 2 seconds ago, and you sounded perfect. We were just chatting. We hit live.
Chatting, yeah, we were like chatting for like 10 minutes because we want to keep you guys waiting. And the moment we go live, my mic cuts out. That's funny. Okay, it's back, right?
It's back, but whatever mic you're using, that's not the mic that you normally use. So I'm going to give you.
All right.
Well,
How about now? How about now?
let's try again.
Okay. All right, mic test.
Yeah, you sound all right now.
Oh, good. Just in case. Switching the things. Okay, we good?
Good is a a
Relative.
variable specter. Yeah.
All
Why
right,
don't
well,
I?
I'm gonna
No.
let you go first while I
Yeah.
figure this out.
All right. I'm wearing my BloFin shirt today because of after so much hoo-ha and song and dance, we are finally launched on the BloFin. We've got a fantastic screenshot this, grab this and have a read of the terms and conditions, but it's a really, really good deposit and futures bonus for, this, it's all on scale right here. Screenshot this. BangBox is now live on BloFin. So for all of our friends in jurisdictions that might be a bit, a bit stricter, let's look into the BloFin. There's no KYC. It's a fantastic exchange. I've been working with these guys for a long time. This has been a long time coming. So, and just so you know, we have a whole fleet of bots coming to you. I promise you by Christmas, there'll be 10 different bots. You'll be able to diversify the portfolio. Right now, we've only got BangBox, which is in a trade right now, and it's been performing poorly in these choppy conditions. But we're going to have a fleet of bots and so many different ways that you can use the black box systems itself. And right here with BloFin, that's now live and active. Let's have a look at the charts without any further ado. We're still looking. I'm going to go to the weekly. Start with the weekly time frame because it's the end of the week, and I'll work my way down the time frames. This is that line that was drawn in. And we've been looking at it. Everyone in the world is looking at it. I love that we've come back in this week and retested the 7 simple moving average. And now we are on a green star candle on the MRI count. This is crazy. It has had a fantastic response. And guess what, guys? That lucid SAR has been flipped. We are now in a green wave. That is all systems go. And I'm so aware that yesterday we were cautious as hell. We still need to be cautious as hell. But as far as alphanumerics is concerned,
Oh, wait. Hey, Matt, something is completely wrong here. I think you're looking at a price like 3 months earlier.
something's wrong. Give me a second.
You are on a bar replay. I'm like, wait a minute. I know
Oh,
I just woke up. I'm so late for the show.
We're on bar.
You're not at $68,000 right now. You were on bar replay. That was like the August.
Oh, this is from you and me mucking around last night, isn't it? There it is.
What the fuck? What happened in the last half an hour?
I thought that had happened since we started the show. I was like, holy, what has just happened? I thought that had happened since we started the show. I thought we had jumped $5,000 in 10
I'm like
minutes.
trying to figure out. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not that. I mean, I didn't stay out late. I didn't drink that much. I'm like trying to figure out what is happening.
That's wild. Tony and I last night we spent an hour on the phone and playing around with bar replays and stuff on different charts. That is insane. Let me just hit that again. That is crazy, Tony. I can't believe I didn't. I just looking at my charts, didn't look at the price. I thought we had jumped it to 67,000 in like the last 15 minutes, and I was losing my mind of what we were looking at. This looks better. This looks better. Okay, lovely. All right. So we still have had a fantastic recovery of I can't believe I said that. We've had a fantastic recovery here. I'm really liking where we're sitting right now, but we're completely not out of the woods. That green wave is not flipped. The MRI count is okay, but it's still negative unless we close above the 63,700. I like it. I like it. I took on a trade at 60,500 earlier today. BangBox is in a trade. Let's go down the time frames. I can't believe how embarrassed I am. Look, I thought this had turned into this up to here. How stupid. But it still is a nice pump either way, right? We came last night, we came down lower. We said in last night's show, I could see, I remember I said I didn't like that we had closed the MRI count and the candle below all the moving averages. And I was like, in this zone is where I want to be looking at a buy, 59 and lower. I want to really, really, really well put in a higher low. This could fade. Obviously, we need to break through this. But if this is it, if this is the bottom put in, this is a very, very good strength that we've put in a really strong higher low here. Let's see how this continues. I don't know. It's happened very, very fast within the last few hours. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. As I said, I'm in the trade from 60,500. Down the time frames as we go. 4 hours. We had a great green star candle here on the MRI as it loads right now. Where is it? Give me a second. Have I got it turned off here? Yep. There it is. Had a great green star down here, which I really liked, and I liked the pump.
Green diamond. You are so
Green.
off today.
Yeah, mate. Oh, way off. We're a bit later than we normally are, and I've had probably one too many beers. It's a Friday night here in Australia. Had
It's
the
a
green.
Friday night. It's already past midnight for Matt.
Yeah, that's 11. It's 11:30. And I got to get up at 6. So we had the green diamond right here. Beautiful. Had the recovery, but we are touching on this, the 30 simple moving average, which we exactly touched on right now, and the 50. Is this going to get rejected? I'm not sure, but it would make total sense to get rejected from here and then work its way back down lower. But I do think that there's a great possibility for a recovery from here as well. It's still liminal space, unfortunately, that Tony and I have been mentioning all week. It's been liminal space. I've taken a couple of punts on the trades. Last night I entered a trade at 60,530 and got out at 60,700. And when we dropped back down, I had a chance to get back in the same trade that I pulled last night and save myself this concern and just did that. But we're still sitting at exact resistance as we speak right now. Let's have a look at this BangBox trade that we're currently in, which I really hope kicks off for all the new people on BloFin. We've got 170 people already signed up on BloFin, and I would love it if their first trade was a cracker, right? And so this is where we sit right now. We entered the trade right here at 60,000, you give or take 60,000. We've had the initial stop loss in place. We've moved up. We really want to get to the 20% return here on this trade.
Right, so BangBox is in a trade right now.
Yeah, BangBox is in a trade right now. I'll take off the.
And it looks like it already set a break-even stop. It looks like it's already in profit for a stop loss as well. Like stop loss is already in profit too, right?
I'm sorry, mate. These are the things. This is coming. This is just a little demo of what's coming in the next week. We're going to have these take profits built in, but as it stands right now, it has not had the take profits put in. But the stop loss has moved up and is trailing the
Right.
price.
The stop loss is above the entry point.
Yeah, it is at the moment. But I don't want to. It's not. It's going to be a winning trade either way. But I really want to see
Right.
this
No, I
thing.
mean that's what I mean, right? The stop loss has already moved up above
Yeah,
break even.
yeah, that's
So
right.
no matter what happens, unless it somehow gaps over your stop loss, this is a winning trade.
That's perfectly correct. But I would love to eke some more out of this. I would love this thing to start getting above 20% and onwards and upwards would be fantastic because a really good trade right now would put the whole thing back really strong from the people who came in from the start back into the green. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm coming back to you right now, Tone. I apologize for my dickheadingness at the start of this show and for my off balance, off kilter remarks throughout the show. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Use the affiliate links in the description below. Take advantage of that fantastic deposits we've got on BloFin right now. No KYC exchange. And Tom, you got something
All
better
right.
for me? What do you reckon?
Yeah, shout out to Red Panda, who's helping us out in the comment section, and he's confirming that he's in the black box trade with a winning trade.
Good
Uh,
man.
Oh, people in the live chat are asking, is there a tutorial video on how to use BloFin? Or
There's
you go, or are you
there's one.
or Justin are gonna
Yeah,
make one, which would be
there'll,
probably
there'll be
good.
one. Absolutely, Justin will be making. We quietly launched it yesterday, and this is the first public announcement that right here on the show. You've heard it live. Justin will be making tutorial videos this weekend, and we'll launch them on the Black Box channel, but we'll also launch them on here on this Financial Summit as well. Clone copies of it, so it'll be a full tutorial walkthrough. But when you sign up, all that gets emailed to you anyway. It's really straightforward. But that's coming. That'll be here this weekend, so you'll have that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, let me go to my screen share, and people are also commenting on my comments that I said yesterday. And remember what I said yesterday? I remember it really well, where in order for what happened to be a really nice, clean low, you should only get a couple of hours to buy the dip. And here we are on the 1 hour chart, and you have such a beautiful reversal candle right here. Didn't come with an MRI on the hourly, unfortunately. But let's see how much time it spent below $60,000. So 60,000 is, well, how low did we get last night? Oh, wow, we actually got below 59. And you can see how we spent maybe 10 minutes below 59 and around 3 hours below 60. And now we are almost at 62. And once this thing breaks, this MRI resistance line at 62.4, I don't think we're visiting this again. This is the straight up blueprint of how markets bottom. You don't get, 3 days to decide whether you want to buy the perfect low. You literally get minutes. You got minutes below 59 and just a few hours below 60. And I am going to give this till the end of the day. But if we are closing today above 62 and a half, I'm going to be 80% confident that whoever didn't buy this below $60,000 dip may never get a chance in their lifetime to do so again. Okay.
That's
This
awesome.
is just how markets bottom.
Say that again.
Everyone's
Say that
waiting
again.
and everyone misses it. Yeah.
Say
Go
that
ahead.
again. Say that again. I want to hear you say that again.
If we close today really strong, it is very possible no one will get a chance to buy Bitcoin below $60,000 ever again. Because this is how markets bottom. Everyone was waiting for 58. Everyone was waiting for sub 60. They got their sub 60. They had an hour to get the trade in, and that's it. And this is how markets bottom.
I'm rock hard, Tone. That's great.
It's just how markets bottom. I don't think people are going to get another chance.
Tone,
And
I
this is
said
what
we said all week. I said all week. This zone right here, in this zone, I'm very interested in this zone. Very interested. I didn't get into that zone, but I got the same buy as I bought yesterday when I took a pump before it broke. That's the thing as well. If you missed it, so many people would have missed the bottom. They missed 58, they missed 59, and when it got back to 60, then you're hamstrung again. It's like, oh well, it's just jumped to $1,500. I can't buy now. I got to wait for it to go lower. You forget about that, right? You just go, okay, well, I'll just try. I'll take 6,500. I'll take 61. I'll take 62. Whatever. You got to pivot, right? You got to pivot in your mind. We had the drop that we were looking for all week. It did it, and then it recovered. So what do you do right now? Do you hold off? Do you wait for 63? Do you wait for 64 for confirmation? You got to wait for 70,000 for confirmation. What do you do, Tone? What do you do right now?
I'm buying.
Yeah.
I'm buying right now. Like because I'm using a 4-day chart, I kind of need this candle to close, so I will probably wait through the weekend. I will wait till Monday because I'm already more than 50% bullish. But starting Monday, I may just go leverage long. So I will make up for it with leverage, with confirmation. But otherwise, you go long. I mean, you can wait for the daily green star potentially. But I just want to comment on one more thing here. On the show with Mark, earlier this week, I was pretty confident that the lows of October 2nd were not going to be broken to the downside. Okay. Obviously, we broke the lows to the downside here. Here's a 4-hour chart. But we went noticeably lower on the swing and noticeably lower on the close. And we only had a few hours in that zone. You know, I might have been wrong that we're not going to break below this, but this is a way nicer low than what we had on October 2nd. Look at the massive difference. This line right here, let me put a line at, I think I moved the coordinates. I will put a line at 60,000.
It's 6 touches of the same zone, right? Before
Exactly. Exactly. Look at, I'm going to put the 6,000, just a round number 6,000. That's 60,000? 60,000, sorry. Missed a zero there. Okay. Now 60,000 is not, I'm going to put it up here. 6,250. Look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 opportunities over a 4-day span to buy the low. How many opportunities did you get here? You got 1. You got like 3 hours in a row and that's it. Okay. This is a way better long-term bottom than what we had. So this is making me bullish for nice confirmation. You want to break the swing high, which is at 63.5. And if 63.5 is breaking on the next 4-day candle, that would put us right here. And this makes, and if we're breaking this on the next candle, all these moving averages are going to be trending upwards.
Yeah.
And we're good to go. Okay. All right. I am pretty damn bullish here. Let me look at other markets. Yeah, we're way behind on the cycle chart, but hopefully catch up. I am back to being bullish on oil. I really don't think the issues in the Middle East are resolved. And this is a very bullish pattern on oil.
Don't delete that green line, the first green line you deleted there, because we said on the show that's a trade. That's a trade right there at 70,000, 71,000. We said that was a trade. We said that.
Oh yeah, no, that's a beautiful pullback, and the MRI is going to give you another green star candle soon. And I would be surprised if oil is not above 80,000 in the very near future. Here is gold. Gold is rising up again. That's great. I still have a bullish target on gold for an MRI weekly top. Let's glance at the daily real quick. The green star should be arriving on tomorrow's candle. And yeah, it should lead us to the daily MRI top. Maybe they'll coincide. S&P, what the hell is happening here?
Oh,
that's a 5-minute S&P chart. Let's go to the daily. Yeah. Yeah. So the daily is, we're on a week. Let's go to the weekly.
Oh, the doors up.
Yeah. So the S&P is at new all-time highs, as I've been predicting.
Are we getting a blow off 9 top here? A blow off MRI top here,
Tom? Maybe. The problem is this candle is not a reversal candle. So here's what I'm thinking. This has just turned, in the beginning of this week, I was talking about how it's a consolidated MRI top and not a blow-off top. But if this candle goes any higher, which it probably will, before the close of day today, this is starting to become a blow-off top. However, look at the daily. The daily is now halfway up. So what's likely to happen is the top will probably come next week. And if next week is another bullish week for the S&P, because then we get a blow-off top similar to what happened right here. Here is the July 8th, the week of July 8th, where the MRI top candle could have been a nice consolidated candle, but instead it was a runaway candle, and it was a blow off top, but it wasn't a reversal candle. It needed, another candle or so to give you a little bit of a wick, and then the move got exhausted. So I have no problem with an MRI top exhausting the week after the arrow, which is why I never go long on the week after a red arrow. So next week and right now is not the time for me to go long in the stock market. This is where you exit your stock market positions. Would I hold it through the weekend? Maybe partially of the trade, but I would be looking to exit here and I would look for a pullback. Now, if you look at the daily chart, it just gave you a green star candle on Wednesday. Today is Friday. I want to go back to that July 8th situation. Here is July 8th. There was a daily MRI top the day after the weekly MRI top. So again, I'm looking for tops here. This green star candle has me in a bad position because it has gone long enough in time past the MRI top. With an expectation that we're going higher, but it's so overextended that I'm super cautious. It feels very similar here. I would love for the daily to get to an MRI top. So this is the only reason I would hold through the weekend, is to get this count closer to a 7 or an 8 and then get out at the end of next week. So it's very, very possible that we go higher, but I have zero targets here. I have no target. This is the
Oh, it's
other
fresh. It's
thing
fresh air.
that people get confused on. People are like, "Oh, Tone, where's your S&P target?" I don't have a price S&P target. My S&P price target is $8 million on the S&P. That's my price target because we're at a new all-time high. Sky's the limit. We could actually reach 6,000 tomorrow. I have no price target. All I have is time target, right? The only other thing you can do maybe is throw a Fibonacci extension on, and even that is very, very tricky because I don't know where to start and end my Fibonacci channel, right? We could do all kinds of extensions here. I can go like low to high from here to here, and then technically the extension goes to the opposite direction, but I want to go high to low. So I want to go from a high to a low. Do I go from this high to this low and then look at the extension? Well, we just broke the first extension. So what does that mean? The next extension? It's a tricky. It is actually a very tricky situation to identify any kind of a top. This is why you need to do a show with Fiboswamy again, because maybe he'll know how to throw Fibonacci's on the S&P. My targets are MRI. And guess
Yep.
what? If the next candle is next candle is not a bullish trade for me. But if the candle after is a green star candle, shit, we can just keep going higher and higher on a weekly scale. But right now, based on what's happening right now, unless we completely turn around the second half of the day, I now remain bullish on the S&P into the daily MRI top, which is going to come next Friday. Okay.
And Tone, just on that, mate, I totally agree with you. It's the same with Bitcoin. People ask me all the time, what's my targets for this cycle or next cycle or 10 years or whatever. I don't fucking know, right? Like, who the hell knows about any of that? I don't know where the S&P is going. I don't know where Bitcoin's going. I have no idea. But I tell you, just using alphanumerics is, or the way I would use it, this is my personal opinion. While we're above all these moving averages on the weekly, monthly, daily time frame, you put your hands in your pockets. You just sit on it. You don't do anything. There's no predictions. There's no higher tops. Fiboswamy would be the only person I'd listen to about Fibonacci's. But the rest of it, you just put your hands in your pockets because you're never going to be good enough to catch the top. But you might be able to catch the wave flipping red or like that where we started to close below the moving averages or whatever, something, but there's nothing to do now on the S&P 500. You're already in, you don't do anything. You just sit and ride it. Hopefully, you can sit in it for 3 more years and never have to close your trade. Do you know what I mean, Tony? You ideally, every trade you open, you never, ever, ever want to close. That's the way I open all my long swing position trades, my investment trades. I wish that I never, ever have to close them because they just never stop coming. But one day they will, and you just can react to the turn. You can't try and predict a point to pull them. That's my 2 cents. Do you agree, Tone?
Well, I definitely agree on the 3 year part. Look at the 6 month chart.
Yeah,
And
where did
the
you
I
book it?
love the 6 month chart. Look at the 6 month chart, giving you a fourth consecutive MRI top on a 6 month chart to top you in for the .com crash. And look at the 6 month chart, giving you a top right on at 2000 in 2008. And now we are working on a fourth consecutive MRI top again. And this is what I kept saying since my early videos of 2015 on this channel for the last 10 years, that we are repeating what happened in the 90s. We are and the 80s, basically. We are repeating this. We got to a fourth consecutive MRI top on a 6 month chart, and this is exactly what we're gonna do again, right
As
here.
long,
And
as long as we're not repeating what happened in the early 20s,
yeah,
I'm all good with
well,
that.
hey, it would be great if we're repeating what happened in the early 20s. That means we're gonna go even higher.
Yeah,
Uh,
but the end of the story,
Oh
the
yeah,
end of
no, that's
last,
coming too.
the
The end of the
last
20s
chapter
is
of it.
also, yeah, the end of the 20s is also coming. I'll tell you exactly when it's coming. You're gonna get your big stock market 1929 stock market crash when all the people that were predicting that for the last 40 years
No,
have
you're right.
passed away from old age, right? So we're talking Mark
So
Faber,
they
Doug Casey. We can name these guys all day. They're all in their 80s now,
and they
and
can't be right.
they're finally gonna get their crash when they're 95.
Well, I mean, a 40-year prediction still holds, doesn't it? Even to the grave, does that still hold?
Yeah,
40, 50,
yeah, that
70
still
year
holds. I
prediction.
mean, they'll be right. They'll be right eventually.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so we have a green star candle on a 6 month chart. On a 3 month chart, we're a little closer to a top. This is the quarterly chart. This video is now running a little too long, so we gotta
Yeah.
get going. On a quarterly on a 3 month chart, we're a little closer to a top. So probably next year, there should be a bit of a top and a little bit of a pullback. The monthly chart, guess what? It's another October where you couldn't possibly lose money, like most Octobers are. And and on a weekly chart, we are at a top. I'm still looking for that pullback. So I would be very cautious in entering any trades. I'm actually curious how MicroStrategy is doing right now.
I bet
And
it's
there it
doing.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, looks great. Looks great. And Tesla does not look good. Probably had earnings or it's coming into
No,
earnings.
did you see their big? Did you see their cars and the robots they released today on their promo? There's a
Robots.
big.
I know Tesla had a recall where every single car is getting recalled. But what people don't realize is a Tesla recall is like a software update, but the news makes it sound like every Tesla owner has to now ship their car back to Elon Musk and then they, return it to them. But in reality, they walk into their car, they press a button, the software in the car updates, and the recall is over. People still haven't figured that out.
They had a big launch today of basically taxis and buses and robots that are coming to their few years. Awful stuff.
All
All
right.
right.
And that's about it. Oh, Netflix. Careful with Netflix. That's a weekly MRI top right now, but the market is on a weekly MRI top. So many stocks
What?
are going to be on a weekly
How's
MRI.
it Nvidia look? Nvidia look?
Oh shit, look at Google. Wow. MRI top right into an MRI bottom.
Nice.
Wow. And it was a
Yeah.
monthly MRI top too.
Just
Which
block.
company?
Yeah, Nvidia.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Go on. See you later. All right. All right. And on that bombshell, thank you everybody for the wonderful week. I'm sorry I missed the first 2 days. I'm sorry I acted a fool today. What do you do? 11:30 at night. I've had a beer Friday night. Where are you on a Friday night? You in the gym? You out in the club? I'm here doing it for you. The hard yards. Tone, it's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Go Bitcoin.
Bye, guys.